Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round three of the Die Hard League tournament that took place on July 13th, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard Die Hard League takes place every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games. More info in the description. Please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, put your thoughts in the comments, and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's get into the game of Gardevoir Mewtwo v Union versus Hisuian Goodra V Star. Lost. Looks like a deck search happened already. I think we started recording a little late on this one. Um, so a level ball was played to find that Mew energy attached to the active and retreat. Mew Mysterious Tail to look at the top six cards and keep an item that you find there. Shuffle the rest back. And a Fog Crystal is going to be found and played immediately. The League Fog Crystal to find another Ralts. Very important to get all the Ralts down, all your basics down, especially in this stage 2 deck. So we really would like to have seen Mysterious Tail find a Battle VIP pass, but we'll take the Fog Crystal. 2 Ralts is better than 1. Looks like 3 Mewtwo V Union pieces in hand, so Ultra Ball would be so nice. You guys didn't see that, and now it is the Hisuian Goodra's turn. First turn, going to bench a Comfey. Going to play that Battle VIP pass. This card can only be played during your first turn, but when you do, you can find 2 Pokemon, and set up your board. Very, very nice card. We are definitely in the Battle VIP format. Going to find Radiant Greninja. There's the Greninja. And second Comfey. All makes sense. All looks good. We are rolling Iron in this final round of our weekly tournament. Let's see. We would like maybe another Battle VIP pass to get more set up. Definitely a switch card to make a Comfey active to flower selecting, but going to use Radiant Greninja's ability to discard an energy card and draw 2. Um, and maybe another Hisuian Goodra V would be good to find here. Going to play Iono. There were, wow, that was a perfect turn, a perfect hand for the Gardevoir player. 2 Curlia and 3 Mewtwo V Union. Anyways, I'm gonna play Iono. Both players shuffle their hand, put it at the bottom of their deck, and they draw for their remaining prize cards. So we're gonna go ahead and each player gets 6 new cards. Second Battle VIP pass. Wow, rolling, rolling iron over here. Battle VIP pass is gonna find 2 more Pokemon. Most likely a Cramorant and a Hisuian Goodra V. Those would be my 2 guesses without knowing the full contents of the list. I know a Zamazenta is played to get that revenge, but you usually more important later in the game when Mirage Gate's active. The first one is going to be the Hisuian Goodra V because yeah, this as you've just seen the hand that was gotten rid of or put to the bottom of the deck. This Gardevoir deck can, as the kids like to say, pop off. So it looks like we are just going to find a single Pokemon off of that VIP pass, the Hisuian Goodra V the second, and probably leaving the bench space open for flexibility. Nope, already had the Cramorant in hand. There we go. Uh, the gang's all here, and we're gonna pass. No cards in the lost zone, so no switch card to make a Comfey active. That kind of stinks, but we shall see. Play resumes on Gardevoir's side of the field. We want to find pretty much that hand that was put at the bottom of the deck. Curlia's to start using the refinement ability. Radiant Greninja is put on the bench. Concealed cards, discard an energy, draw 2 cards. There's a Battle VIP pass, but not the worst card to have when you can get rid of it with Refinement. Or Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball, getting rid of a Zacian V and a Battle VIP pass. Interesting. Zacian V then not being as important in this matchup, potentially, at least to our Gardevoir player, or maybe there was just no better choice um, compared to, or considering what was in the hand. Either way, a Gardevoir EX is found, and I imagine we will see or should I say, the sweetness coming up here pretty soon. Gonna see some rare candy coming down. Um, let's see. Yep, I see the rare candy in hand. So we have a turn two Gardevoir, one energy so far in the discard pile. But more can be thrown away with the Curlia's refinement ability. We still have a mysterious tail to use. I'm going to attach an energy to the active Mew and activate its mysterious tail ability to look at the top 6 cards of the deck and keep an item we find there. I don't believe an item was in there. If not, I'm sure one gets grabbed. I don't think one gets left in if it was found. So I'm going to fail that mysterious tail. That's okay. We can still shuffle the deck. Now that's good. The deck gets shuffled. I guess it was already shuffled with Ultra Ball, but either way, good the deck was shuffled because of the Iono, where it put all those Curlia back at the bottom of the deck, and Mewtwo V Union pieces. Rare Candy for the League, evolving into Gardevoir EX. Gardevoir EX has that Psychic Embrace ability where it can accelerate energy from the discard pile to Psychic Pokemon on the field. We are debating using Psychic Embrace or just what the next move would be. Going to retreat, manually retreat Mew, uh, make Gardevoir EX active, maybe because it has the most HP, or maybe because it can attack. Going to use Refinement, getting rid of a Super Rod, and I didn't catch the 2 cards. There was at least maybe a Psychic Pokemon there. Now going to accelerate the energy onto the Gardevoir EX, going to take 2 damage counters for each energy accelerated as part of the cost, and swinging for 190. So not the ideal situation you want to be in as a Gardevoir player right now, but at least you are putting on significant pressure and not um, going to be one-shot by Rolling Iron or anything else, I don't think, in this deck. Play resumes on Hisuian Goodra V-Star side. Well, no V-Star yet. Let's say V for now. A basic switch for the league. I'm going to make the Comfey active a turn too late, but that's okay. We take what we can get. Flower selecting is activated. Flower selecting lets you look at the top 2 cards of the deck, keep one of them, and put the other in the lost zone. So very good for this lost zone deck to have cards in the lost zone. Going to get rid of that Comfey. There are already 2 on the board, and there's still 1 in deck. Going to play Ultra Ball, getting rid of an Ultra Ball and a Zamazenta to find a Hisuian Goodra V-Star, I imagine. Interesting. The undamaged one was evolved into maybe to because you're still denying prizes by keeping the V on the bench and to save that V-Star ability for when it's needed the most. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm learning in the professor's lab where you can research all things Pokemon. Course experiment. Look at the top 5 cards, keep 3 of them, and put 2 in the lost zone. Can you imagine performing an experiment and 2 fifths of it just disappears? Escape Rope and Defiance Van is put in the lost zone. 3 cards are kept and did not catch it, but we are checking out what's in the discard. What resources have your opponent used already? Escape Rope. Your opponent promotes a new active Pokemon from the bench first, then you do the same. We are going to see the second Comfey come up and a second Flower Selecting activated to eventually put 4 cards in the Lost Zone. Looking at the top 2, keeping 1. Let's see, we are looking for. I don't think there's any way to get more cards in the Lost Zone this turn, so probably not looking to do Mirage Gate this turn or play towards that. Probably want energy to start attaching to that Goodra V-Star. Um, Going to get rid of a Raihan, so not needing it right now. Could be costly for not having it in the late game, but the other card was obviously more important. Going to check out our discard pile. Very important to do in these Lost Zone decks to see what resources are available. Attaching to the active Comfey, retreating into that Cramorant, and it is going to spit disrespectfully with the thanks to 4 cards being in the Lost Zone. Uh, Going to promote the Gardevoir EX and start the turn with a concealed cards, discarding energy and drawing 2 cards. This is good. We have a Battle VIP pass, which Curlia can get rid of with a refinement to draw 2 cards, but we're just going to go for the Professor's Research to go further into the deck because we need some stuff, more Ralts. We've got a Fog Crystal, so there's more Ralts right there. I think you go for more Ralts versus the energy on this Fog Crystal for the League with the League stamp. Such a cool thing Pokemon's doing right now for their League participants, giving out those precious League packs. Going to take a look through the deck and see what's in there, even though we know what we're going to grab. Um, it's important to look through your deck, know what resources you have available, what might be prized, or at least pretend like you do to throw your opponent off. Pro tips here in the Professor's Lab today. Going to find a Cresselia. Cresselia is definitely a good attacker in this matchup. Cresselia's attack lets you move damage counters from your Pokemon to your opponent's Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and look it up while we are resolving our actions here. Hope that's the wrong Curlia. I'll look it up if it becomes relevant. I'm going to make Curlia active, or not Curlia, Cresselia active. Uh, Attach an energy, accelerated energy from the discard to that Curlia to put 2 damage counters on it. Cresselia had a manual attachment, I think. So we're just going to move 40 damage. It can move 20 damage from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Either way, it was enough damage to knock out that Hisuian Goodra V. Potential punishment for not evolving that one and healing off the damage with the Moisture Star V-Star ability. We'll have to wait and see. We still have a good chunk of time in this game. Going to attach an energy to the V-Star and activate Course, Experiment, Supporter, drawing 5 cards, keeping 3 of them and putting 2 in the Lost Zone. Let's see. Yeah, we want switch cards to make Comfey's active to get more cards in the Lost Zone. Going to get rid of Artisan and Hisuian Heavy Ball. So there must be more important cards than that in that 5, at least that you need right now. Cramorant is not knocking out Cresselia with 120 HP, I believe. Let's go ahead and continue to look it up while this Hisuian Goodra players playing the game. Cresselia's Moonglow Reverse. Move 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Looks like a switch card is activated, making Comfey active and activating Flower Selecting. Looking at the top 2, getting rid of one, or sending one to the Lost Zone, let's say. Keeping the other. Lost Zone count looks like we are at 6. So, with this Flower Selecting, we will be at 7, meaning Mirage Gate, the item that lets you attach 2 different basic energy to your Pokemon in any way you like. Active. Yes, we have a Mirage Gate online, getting rid of or Lost Zoning a Steel and Metal energy. Super Rod will be played, which lets you shuffle back into your deck any combination, or up to of any combination, three of Pokemon or basic energy cards. Looks like Metal Energy, Water Energy, and Zamazenta are going to get cycled back into the deck, not before Mirage Gate is played. Mirage Gate letting you attach two different basic energy from your deck to your Pokemon in any way you like. Metal Energy going on to that Hisuian Goodra V-Star, and Water Energy going somewhere. If there's a switch card in hand, it must be the Hisuian Goodra, so that we can start swinging. That would be the ideal to attacker here. Let's hope that one gets to attack. If you're rooting for our Hisuian Goodra player here, of course. All right, we're going to attach energy to that Radiant Greninja. Aha, I could have guessed it based off of the energy placements. Second Mirage Gate is played. Isn't it nice when you just have everything? Sometimes you just do. We take those. Energy attached to Hisuian Goodra to fulfill its attack cost. It is powered up and ready to go. Uh, Basic energy attached to the active Comfey to pay its retreat cost of 1 to get that Goodra in the active and starting to attack with its Rolling Iron attack. Does 200 damage, and the next turn, Goodra takes 80 less damage. I think not the exact wording, but we'll look it up if it becomes relevant. And nothing else to do but attack. No V-Star power played yet, so whatever damage this Goodra takes, if it's not KO'd, can heal right off with its Moisture V-Star ability. Play resumes on Gardevoir's side of the field. Ralts is benched. Let's see, Zamazenta, I'm not sure the math on that. Not Zamazenta, Zacian. Zacian V, how many energy it would need to KO the Hisuian Goodra if it even can have that many on it. Because remember, damage is taken if energy is accelerated from the discard pile. Oh, it looks like we're considering a refinement here, trying to figure out a game plan on the fly with this threatening big dragon made of goo right in front of your face. Refinement is activated, discarding a card and drawing 2 cards, thanks to Curlia. Let's see, we found another Mewtwo V Union piece. Sorry if you hear some background noise there. We've got the future Pokemon trainers visiting the professor's lab today, so don't mind them. Let's see, we are going to play Level Ball. I say we are going to play it because, I'm definitely taking part in playing this game too right now. The Gardevoir player is going to play Level Ball, finding that Manaphy because the player notices that Radiant Greninja getting powered up. So Manaphy will protect the bench from being hit by Radiant Greninja. All right, we want to see more Ralts. I'm not sure how many are in there in the deck still. Going to evolve into that Shining Arcana, the League Shining Arcana Gardevoir. Shining Arcana lets you draw 2 cards. If there's any psychic energy there, you can attach it to your Pokemon in any way you like, I believe. I don't think they have to go onto the Gardevoir. That's why it's so good. It's a stage 2. You had to get there and survive long enough to become a stage 2. So the card must be good. I'm getting an important call here, so I'm going to pause the video. You guys won't notice anything though. All right, we should be unpaused and recording again now. I would say I apologize for the wait that you guys had, but you virtually had none other than me just talking about this stuff right now. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this game going, the second half. All right, so we've got that Goodra active. I believe it was whose turn is it? Still the Gardevoir's turn right now. Thinking about accelerating some energy here to that Gardevoir. Gonna go ahead and take some damage, more damage, because of the energy acceleration from Psychic Embrace on that Gardevoir EX. Debating if there's anything else that needs to happen. While I was on my call, I kind of lost my stream, but we'll get back into it here. Stadium is played down. I didn't catch what one it is, but maybe it's Collapse Stadium. We'll see if maybe any actions are taken from the stadium and see if we could figure out what it is. Um, but for now, we are going to attack with Gardevoir's attack 190 onto that minus 80, 190 minus 80 onto that Hisuian Goodra V Star, thanks to its rolling iron attack. The Goodra player is going to take a look at his opponent's discard pile. This is a very important skill to have in the Pokemon trading card game to know what resources your opponent used and which ones they may have available, because that can affect what you do on your turn. Taking a look at the hand here to see what the options are. It'd be nice to set up another Goodra, start setting up one, but I'm not sure if there's a way to find it or get one back from the discard pile. Going to activate Radiant Greninja's ability, discarding an energy and drawing two cards. Shady, not shady dealings, concealed cards. They're both shady dealings, I guess. But anyways, taking a look at our two new cards and see how that made a difference to our play here. Debating on this one here, I didn't catch a glimpse of what it was, but it's Clara. You can put up to two energy and two Pokemon from your discard to your hand. So there goes that way to get that Goodra V back and get it on the bench and charging up as the backup attacker, powering up. We'll see if they decide to do that though. They have the energy and the Goodra V. You could be afraid of a boss play to bring up the Goodra V and knock it out while it's still a V and has lower HP, but uh, water energy is going to go on the Radiant Greninja instead. There is still the Manaphy down, but maybe there's ways to play around it. We're debating on using the V-Star power here, Moisture Star, to heal damage, and we do. I think you do. That way you're not going to get two shot out of nowhere from a Zacian V or something, a big Zacian V. The only thing left to do is bench that Hisuian Goodra V, but maybe fearing the gust play on it. We'll have to see here. And Rolling Iron for 200 more damage. Going to take the Gardevoir up to 280. Still not enough to take the KO with its 310 HP. Play resume on Gardevoir's side, drawing a card for the beginning of the turn. Taking an inventory of the discard pile. Seeing the Mewtwo V Union pieces that might already be in there. Checking to see if there's any energy that might be hiding in there to accelerate with Gardevoir EX's ability, and just general taking stock of what you've used. That's what we like to see around here. Going to evolve the bench Ralts into Kirlia and use Kirlia's refinement ability, discarding Mewtwo V Union piece and drawing two cards. Very good to play to discard the Mewtwo V Union rather than the useless Battle VIP pass, because Mewtwo V Union can only come back from the discard pile. Or should I say be assembled? Be assembled from the discard pile. I have not used any V Union cards to date. Going to draw two cards with the Shining Arcana Gardevoir. No energy to attach there, but some more resources in this massive hand. I'm going to double check the discard pile. Um, we are evolving. We got a Kirlia down, so we can have a backup Gardevoir V if this one goes, or Gardevoir EX if this heavily damaged one goes down. So that's good. To have a future backup Gardevoir EX. Going to attach that reversal energy on to the Shining Arcana Gardevoir. Um, let's see, the prizes are even right now. So the reversal energy is currently a colorless energy. If the reversal energy user was behind on prizes or had more prizes than their opponent, reversal energy would be active, super effective, being 3 energy of any kind on non-rule box evolution Pokemon. Ultra Ball is going to perfectly discard that League Battle VIP pass, and I don't know if the other one was, to find a Mewtwo V Union piece. Going to inventory the deck while we're still uh, searching or resolving Ultra Ball. That's another important skill once you search your deck, especially when it's getting thin and entering the mid to late game. See what resources you have available so they're fresh in your brain, your spicy brains. It's important to exercise that muscle too. Let's see. Gonna check the hand, which is pretty much as big as the deck. And attack for 110. Yep. 190 minus 80. And it is Hisuian Goodra player's turn. Going to play a Jet Energy onto that Comfey to make it become active and use Flower Selecting, getting or Lost Zoning that Spiritomb. Uh, Pretty much useless in this matchup. It can block Zamazenta's V's ability, but Roar the Sword to accelerate energy, but not very relevant at this point, especially in the game. Let's see, we can manually attach and attack with the Hisuian Goodra, but um, something is being debated here very energetically. Uh, Going to retreat, manually retreat that, discarding that jet energy and promoting the Hisuian Goodra V Star that is powered up and existing. So we take a KO on the Gardevoir EX, reduce the damage, and then just hope another Gardevoir EX can't be made. But I mean, we do have that Shining Arcana with effectively 4 energy on it, 4 psychic energy, since now reversal energy is live due to the Gardevoir player having more prize cards than the opponent. So now who to promote? Do we go all in on this Gardevoir attacking play? Looks like something's being discussed here. Maybe um, how much energy would need to be on the Gardevoir to take the KO. Um, Gardevoir floated up there for a moment, but then quickly glided back to the bench for our promotion debate here. Um, Very intense right now. Gonna promote the Gardevoir Shining Arcana and draw a card for turn. V-Star is still active on the left here. So we definitely want to get more Ralts down if we can. Going to attach a second reversal energy. Wow. I'm going to just count on these players' math here, unless we want to. Yeah, let's go ahead and pause and think for ourselves. Question authority here in the professor's lab, and bust out a calculator here. So we are gonna have 6 so far, 7, and there's currently 7 energy on that Gardevoir, and I think it does 30 for each energy plus 60 or something like that. So 30 times 7 is 210 plus 60, 270 minus 80, 190, 190 plus 110, that's already on the Hisuian Goodra V-Star, is 300. So we're already taking a knockout, it seems. I probably could have just let this roll and let our players do the actions for us, but we'll try to exercise that brain for now. Super Rod is going to be played. Gonna shuffle back in from the discard. You can choose Pokemon or basic energy up to three. Maybe some more Ralts pieces, or there we go, an entire Gardevoir line. Ralts, Curlia, Gardevoir EX being shuffled back into the deck, all of them being shown as important. Definitely don't shuffle back in, or probably not shuffle back in any Psychic Energy since you want it in the discard so Gardevoir EX can accelerate it. So there we go. There's at least one Gardevoir EX in the deck now. Now we just have to find it to continue to accelerate the energy. I mean, it is the main engine of this deck, but maybe the timing of when to bring out Gardevoir and what Gardevoir um, can matter. Going to play a Professor's Research to discard the hand and draw 7 cards. Not a perfect research, but that's okay. Still got to let it all go and start fresh. Gonna take an inventory of the discard pile. You guys know by now why that's important and that it is important. Let's see, a couple Mewtwo V Union pieces, Iono. Couldn't tell what everything else was, but we found that Gardevoir EX. Curlia did not evolve this turn, I don't think, so we can become an EX if we want to, I believe. Kind of debating on or discussing how much energy and damage is about to happen right now. Going to bench. Oh, nice. The Ralts was found too. What a research. Going to Curlia Refinement away a Mewtwo V Union piece to draw 2 cards. Building up to that Mewtwo V Union being able to be assembled once all 4 pieces are in the discard pile. Going to evolve into that Gardevoir EX. So we have Psychic Embrace online. Going to use a Shining Arcana on the active Gardevoir and take a KO on the active Hisuian Goodra V-Star through the Rolling Iron with that Shining Arcana Gardevoir. So cool. Alright, most likely see a Comfey become active here. But it depends on what's in the hand, I guess, and how many cards are in the deck, because you have to Lost Zone a card once you use that flower selecting ability. And as the game goes on, your deck is thinner, and there's ideally more good stuff in there. You play towards there being more good stuff in the remaining deck. Once you've filtered away cards into the Lost Zone and crafted your hand slowly throughout the game. Going to promote that Comfey, draw a card per turn. So let's see, we need to knock out that Shining Arcana Gardevoir. It has no damage on it, thanks to the 2 reversal energy attachments and the single psychic energy attachment, though I think even with just 2 reversal energies, it would still have taken the KO there. Alright, so our Lost Goodra player is formulating a game plan here. What do we do? Going to start with an S-Ball to search the deck for a basic Pokemon and put it on the bench. Going to find that Revenge Zamazenta. Zamazenta, if a KO is taken during the last turn, it does increase damage. I believe it hits swings up to 220, more than enough to KO this Shining Arcana Gardevoir, which has to happen. You have to knock this out because it's gonna knock out anything on your board the next turn and take a prize and become a prize closer to victory. Or a prize card. Prize cards of victory. Mirage gating to victory here. Attaching 2 different energy to your Pokemon in any way you like from your deck, so long as you have at least 7 cards in the Lost Zone. Man, what a game here. What a game in the finals we got going on. This is exactly what we like to see. We imagine seeing this in best of 3. I don't know if my little voice can handle that. All right, I'm gonna get things shuffled up, check out the discard piles, make sure we get nice and shuffled so that deck is sufficiently randomized. I'm going to activate flower selecting to look at the top 2 and keep one of them and Lost Zone the other. Don't need any more nest balls right now. Got all of our basics out here in the end game. debating on this card here. Do we play it to play or not to play? The rope, escape rope. Your opponent promotes a Pokemon, a new Pokemon active from the bench, and then you do the same thing. I believe that's a collapsed stadium in play, so the nest ball couldn't have been played anyways. Second, Comfey is going to come up, and I believe we have a flower selecting incoming. Checking out what's in the hand to make sure this is the right move, and flower selecting. Lost zoning, another Comfey. We don't need any more of those at this point in the game, I don't think, with two prizes left in this match. It's an exciting match. I did not see what was held on to there. We need a switch card, and we need a metal energy in order for that Zamazenta to attack. Let's see what was active. Ralts Greninja can take the KO too, but the Manaphy's in play, you won't get the full value from Greninja's attack. 90-90 to any two Pokemon. Metal Energy attached to the Zamazenta. The League, Basic League switch played, making Zamazenta active. Boss's orders on that Gardevoir EX. This is the way to take these last two prizes, KOing the Gardevoir EX. It's weak to dark this time, not weak to metal. So this would have been game if it was. Gonna hit the Gardevoir for a lot of damage. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 220 damage on the Gardevoir. So here we go. It's either you got it or I do, and the Gardevoir player cannot have it because there are only single prizers on the loss zone side of the field. Gonna go ahead and make this game plan. How are we gonna win this game? How many cards do I have left in deck? I have 3 cards left in deck. That's okay because you have 2 prize cards left. So you take a prize, draw a card, take a prize, draw a card. You can last through there. We may or may not be in time here. Um, we're going to go ahead and continue to focus on this game. There has to be a winner. We don't want those ties, right? Not in basic league, maybe in regionals, and definitely not in worlds. People don't like the ties in worlds, but we're going to psychic embrace. Nope. We're going to attach a energy, a basic energy. Nope. Very tricky right now. Things are very tense. This is the end game. This is you have to retreat that active Gardevoir EX, of course. That stinks because I think it has a 2 retreat cost, so you're going to take more damage. But at least it's not enough to KO you. We're going to check out Zamazenta. I believe it will do 100 damage if no KO is taken. Something like that, but still enough. 22, 32, still enough to KO the active Gardevoir EX. Going to retreat that Gardevoir, taking damage because 1 energy was accelerated from the discard pile. Going to promote that Shining Arcana Gardevoir. Now it effectively has 1 psychic energy on it, I believe. Since the prizes are the same, the reversal energies are just a basic color, or just a colorless energy right now each. I think that's how it all works. We'll get things figured out here. We'll watch the players, and I won't bore you guys with pausing and looking up Pokemon cards on the internet. Let's see here. We got Iono in hand. That's good. That would be a good card to play. As long as you don't deck yourself out by playing the Iono, which I don't think would happen because the hand is massive. Let's see. We should attack or KO this Zamazenta if we can. And I think we do have KO on it with the Shining Arcana Gardevoir. Going to evolve into a Kirlia on the bench. Playing Palpad, which lets you shuffle up to 2 supporters, I think, from your discard to your deck. Putting back that Clara. Is that what it was? Didn't catch it, but we'll see if it matters here. Maybe it does. Let's go back in time a little bit in the professor's lab here. Let's see. Okay, so we were looking through the deck, and if you guys want to fast forward it here, because it doesn't really matter to you what supporter it was, that's perfectly fine. Let's gonna check our discard pile, and I think here the Pal Pad gets played pretty quickly. Pal Pad, thank you guys for waiting on that. Going to get back the Clara. SEO just wasted some time there. At least we got to spend a little bit more time in the professor's lab. How about that? Shuffle up the deck there and think what else can I do to put myself in the best position to win this game. Let's see, two Pokemon must need knocked out before your opponent can knock out that Gardevoir EX. That's basically it. So you're afraid of boss. I'm gonna play Iono, giving both players two cards. Iono says, shuffle your hand, put it at the bottom of your deck, then draw cards equal to the remaining prize cards you have to both players. Both players get two. So just really wanting to disrupt the hand. Gonna Shining Arcana, looking at the top, getting the top two cards and attaching energy if you want. Going to Refinement, getting rid of a research and taking the KO on this Zamazenta. Wait, do we have to accelerate energy? Yeah, I think we have to. We're just kind of in the zone right now, maybe. Let's see. So yeah, we have to accelerate energy because there's two very shiny, glary reversal energies on there, and they're both um, psychic energy, or sorry, colorless energy, since both players have two prizes before it attacks. No, it looks like they're just gonna let the attack go through. Wow. Okay, because it still can attack, but not for KO. Whoa. That misplay was game changing. Potential misplay. Let's go with that. Looks like the prize cards was put back. Um, it looks like the players, judge was not called, but it looks like the players agree that that was the prize card and show it, reveal it, so it's public knowledge now, so not just one person knows and can gain advantage from it, and just put it back and the game state's restored. I'm happy with this. Happy if they're happy, especially in this level of a tournament. The stakes are so high. All right, we're gonna play an escape rope here. The opponent is gonna promote a Pokemon, new active Pokemon first, and then you will do the same thing. It looks like the escape rope is not quite being played yet. We're going to first retreat the Zamazenta and make a Comfey active. So no escape rope yet. Flower selecting, looking at the top two. Lost zoning one card, that course experiment, maybe not needed in the late game with the deck so thin. Keeping the other card, and now going to play an escape rope. We'll find out together. The Manaphy gets promoted, helping that Gardevoir get to the bench. Oh, Kramer. All right, we gotta pause this here. All right. Boss's orders for game. Cramorant was made active, and then boss's orders bring up that Gardevoir EX with all the damage on it. Spit disrespectfully on it for 110 damage, taking the KO. Oh, that was a good one. A good round three here at Die Hard League. But yeah, that's going to do it for this tournament. As you've seen, Lost Goodra taking it down, piloted by a great player. But everybody had some good games, good, fun, fast, and fair games here at the shop. And that's going to do it for this video. What do you guys think? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.